Welcome into Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. The Cavaliers continue their winning ways here at home in a possible playoff matchup with the Atlanta Hawks. Cavaliers finding a way, holding on in that fourth quarter to come away with a 122-116 victory. Donovan Mitchell leading the way with 31 points and 7 boards. He's standing by with Serena Winters.
Thanks, Kaylee. Donovan, the Hawks came in here. They were the team that needed this win, but you guys certainly played like you were the team that needed it also. Why?
I mean, we're trying to prep for the playoffs, right? That's the biggest thing, and got to give them credit. They're a really well-coached team. Quinn Snyder's a hell of a coach. They got a lot of talent over there. The biggest thing, especially going down to halftime, is stay with it. Stay with the game plan, trusting each other, and that's what we did.
You mentioned halftime, down 7, find yourself up 17 heading into the fourth. What did you guys find there?
Just, like I said, staying with it. Understanding out, just getting to the paint, trying to be aggressive, Evan trying to be aggressive, doing the little things, and understanding, you're not going to blow a team like that up by 20. You know what I'm saying? They're always going to come back and chip away. And the biggest thing is we stayed with it mentally, and that's all it took.
You certainly stayed with it individually out there tonight. You looked really good. What was working for you so well?
Just trying to be aggressive, get to the rim, understand it's that time of year, right? We talked about it after the Indiana game, trying to push my conditioning, push every level, and the best way to do that is to get there, get downhill, guard their best player when we have to, get in the boards and do whatever's necessary. And I think we all did a good job tonight.
You said it. It's that time of year. 2 games left until the postseason, but how ready are you for it to get started?
I'm excited. I think the fans are excited. I think the fans feel it. I know the city's excited. We understand what's at stake here. We understand what it is, and we got to go out there and execute. And the biggest thing is we just got to stay together. The city's got to stay together, and we'll do our job.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Kaylee, back to you.
Serena, thank you. Welcome in courtside here at Rocket Arena. Alongside Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr, I'm Kaylee Griffin. The Cavaliers certainly making it interesting down the stretch, but holding on for a 122-116 victory here tonight. Austin, it certainly felt like a playoff environment in this building. I think the fans are gearing up for what next week has in store. This could be the team that they see on the other side. The Hawks, they didn't make it easy down the stretch. No. What allowed the Cavaliers to hold on, and what impressed you about the way they did?
Well, the one thing that I'm starting to see, especially tonight, was their defense. The defense was a lot more physical. They weren't worried about how many fouls you have. They were getting over picks. They were playing the passing lanes. Those are so important when it comes down to stopping, especially this team, because they don't have Young anymore. So they don't have a guy that's going to beat you off the dribble. Keep everybody in front of you. And it started to affect them. The only way they got back in the game, the Cavaliers kind of started playing their style, and they weren't hitting shots, and that got them back in the game. But once the game slowed down to playoff style, the Cavs were able to regroup and get themselves back together.
No question. Well, let's take a look now at our Disney Make Them Pay moment. And, well, the moment was Evan Mobley tonight, a huge double-double, 22 points and 19 rebounds. He already had a double-double in the first half. Austin, what stood out to you about how he was able to take control on both ends of the floor?
He set the tone right away, and he showed all of his abilities. I mean, what I like, these are kind of baskets that we can have that affect the game with Mobley inside. Him and Allen both. Power City, they were towering tonight. And because that's the one thing that the Hawks can't handle is 2 guys in the middle who can finish at the rim.
There have been times throughout the season where these two have struggled to strike a balance, both being effective at the same time. How were they able to do it tonight?
Because the Cavaliers came out looking for him right away. They came out trying to get the ball inside the 2-point line and 3-point line, inside the lane on a consistent basis. And Mobley, you could feel it. It gave him energy. He was fired up and ready to go, and that kind of brought it along. And you could tell a lot of times Allen would get in the lane, and he had a smaller man on him, behind him. And the Cavs started getting him the ball. That is so important right away. It sets the tone. It lets the Hawks know we got to protect the basket, and that's what you want. That opens up your outside game.
No, the Cavaliers felt comfortable because of the third quarter they had, Austin. They trailed by 7 at halftime, but they came out and they outscored Atlanta 44 to 20 in that third quarter. Donovan Mitchell had 13 points. James Harden had 9. They shot 61% from the floor and 70% from 3 in that quarter. What was different about their approach coming out of halftime?
The ball movement and the defense right there. That was a spectacular play by Dean Wade right off the passing lane, overplaying the passing lane. Mobley protecting the basket. Mobley attacking the basket off of a play from Harden. They just did a lot of good two-man game action and moving that ball. When they stopped moving the ball, that gave the Hawks chance to regroup and get themselves together. But moving that basketball really has an effect on the Hawks defense.
Yeah, you see it there. The Cavaliers just absolutely dominating in that third quarter on their way to this big victory here tonight. And again, Austin, they didn't need this win, the Cavaliers, in terms of any seeding. They've locked in the top 4 seed. Atlanta did. And now it puts pressure on their shoulders because they're still fighting for seeding. How much will this benefit the Cavaliers as they continue to push over these next 2 games?
Well, to tell you the truth, with this young team, without Young on it, it's a different team. They don't have the guys that can beat you off the dribble anytime and keeps your defense on your heels. So it's going to be different because now this is a young team. And what's going to happen now? They're going to start thinking, ooh, we can't lose. We got to win the games. And all of a sudden, you don't play the same. So it's going to have a big effect on this team. You could tell they start hanging their heads. It might be Toronto that we might be dealing with.
Very possible. We'll see how these next few days shake out. 4 Cavaliers scored in double figures. Donovan Mitchell led the way. He finished with 31 points. He added 7 rebounds as well. Austin, this is what we've come to expect when it comes to Donovan Mitchell. He always sets the tone. How did he do that tonight?
Well, because he's attacked the hoop. You look at it, what he's starting to do now, he's going inside. He's not looking for that outside shot unless it's absolutely there. I mean, that he had to take that because of the time clock. But he's not looking for that shot now. He's looking to take you to the hoop. I love that style of ball.
When this backcourt is clicking, well, this team is hard to beat, especially when they get the type of production that they did out of their front court as well here tonight. As we take a look at James Harden's night, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists as we revisit our FanDuel same game parlay. And we had our eyes on James Harden here tonight. Austin, what did you make of his performance?
Well, he didn't shoot the ball as well as he'd like to, 6 for 23, but James Harden changed the game. When James Harden made those 2 3-point shots in the second half, the whole game changed in the Cavaliers' favor.
No question. James Harden delivering in the biggest moments. And, oh, man. We are so close. We are just so close. We just needed 4 more points out of James Harden. We have 1 more to go, people at home. We can do it, but don't bet with us. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Kelly, this is hard work.
It really is hard.
I mean,
we're not very
I can't believe that. We don't have we need a few more, we need to study a little more because something is, I don't understand it because we won. To me, we won.
We did win. I think we did. All right, we got more coming up here on Cavaliers Live. We're going to hear from head coach Kenny Atkinson when we return.